Hello, Dane Brooks here, doing the video presentation for week 3.1 grade assignment for EDU 526. This week we're discussing CPs or challenging people, challenging persons. We are supposed to pick one of the appendix to discuss the scenario. I chose Appendix 6, starting on page 73. Dealing with a must-win CP. In this scenario, it talks about a athletic director who is in a meeting with a parent of a student at the school district. The parent is unhappy and wishes to discuss the football coach. The parent thinks the football coach has got to go, needs to be let go, and starts out by using threats against the AD, telling him that if he doesn't go, that the president of the school board is a close personal friend of his and will help get that taken care of. The athletic director asked the CP or the parent to help him understand exactly what the issues are, or he feels that the issues are with the football coach. The CP uses excuses such as he doesn't inspire the players, he doesn't motivate the players, he lacks creativity in his coaching. When asked what some other issues are by the athletic director, the man or the CP says that he's not winning, and that he's keeping these football athletes from getting college scholarships. The athletic director then asks him to go into some more detail about how the coach does not inspire the players or inspire the athletes, and he says that the coach does not do a good enough job of getting the kids fired up, ready to play. He's not enthusiastic about his job. He says that there are other parents and other players that feel the same way that he does, and that are on his side in terms of feeling that the coach needs to be let go. When the CP is asked by the athletic director if he feels that high school sports should be held to the same standard as college sports, the CP replies that the main objective of any game is to win. So again, this coach or this parent, who is a must-win CP, is prioritizing winning above everything. The athletic director agrees that winning is an objective of sport. But does he see any other objectives for high school sports? Keep in mind, we're talking about high school students here. The CP says that the other objectives should be getting scholarships. He goes on to say that his kid's been playing since 5th grade, does everything he's supposed to be doing with all these four-year Division I colleges, and is not getting all the letters and scholarship offers that he feels his son should be getting, considering all the work he's been putting in. And he is putting that blame on the coach. The AD, goes on to say that this father's son, is just the same as 98% of the other 6 million kids who participate in high school football, and that tries to get the CP to understand that there are more than just athletic scholarships out there available for these kids. There's other ways to get scholarships. The CP goes on to say that the weight room is an issue. It's old equipment. There's no weightlifting program for the kids. That the off-season conditioning program is not as good as some of the other rivals or some of the other schools that they play. He's deflecting. Still trying to figure out, or still trying to blame the coach for these things, even though some of this stuff is out of the coach's control. towards the end, the CP finally asked the AD if he's going to do anything about it or not. The AD calmly says that the comments about motivation and weight room and off-season conditioning are of interest to him. That he would like to gather more information about these factors and others related to the program. So the principal makes the recommendations to the superintendent and the Board of Education on all teaching and coaching positions. So then the CP asked the athletic director, then, basically, what is your job in all this? What do you do? And the athletic director just tells him that he advises the principal based on observations. So the CP ends the meeting by telling the AD that he needs to get a lot more information about the program because, again, he feels that the coach needs to be gone. In regards to this scenario, I think the athletic director does a very good job in this by letting the CP voice their opinion. A lot of times with challenging people and CPs, they just want to be heard. It says, that they feel that everything's unfair, everybody's out to get them, and so a lot of times anything that we say is going to start confrontation with them. I feel like the athletic director in this situation does a good job of not enticing the CP, not ruffling any feathers, so to speak, or getting him any more agitated than he already is. The CP gets to speak his mind, gets to say his piece. The athletic director does a good job of maneuvering the waters to get all the information out of the CP that he needs to get without making the situation worse than it already is. It says the reading said that when dealing with a must-win CP, that you should always keep a calm demeanor, allow time for the CP to blow off steam, which, like I mentioned, the AD does. They stayed calm, didn't take anything personally, let the CP get everything off his chest that he wanted to get off, and a lot of times with this too, if you let the CPs feel like they are winning, which is what this one wants to do in their own right, letting them get their point across, letting them feel like they are achieving something in the process, it goes a long way diffusing the situation. The AD did a good job of letting the CP voice their opinion and feel like they were getting something accomplished before stepping in and basically saying that we don't feel that there's any proper reason to get rid of the football coach. I will take everything that you said into consideration. We'll do what we can to observe the situation. I will work with the superintendent and the principal, and together we'll come up with a plan to either A, get rid of the coach, which they probably won't, or B, do everything they can to make sure that both parties are happy. At the end of the day, I think the CP was just upset because his kid's not getting the recognition that he thinks he should. He thinks that winning is going to improve that. That's going to make that the more they win, the more notoriety the kid's going to get, which is not always true. The school district that I currently teach at is kind of in the same situation. Our football team is not putting up wins like it has in the past. We've got some people like the man in the scenario who feel that our coach needs to be let go. They don't see the entire picture. They don't see, what we do on a daily basis as coaches with the players that we have. At an 11-man football school, when you only have 18 kids participating, again, that's not ideal, but they don't see that. They just look at wins and losses. They don't look at development and what we have. So with that said, I think that this scenario is a very realistic scenario in most schools, and it was a very good situation to read. I think me as a coach personally would want an AD like this to always have my back. I have been in this situation before as a basketball coach at the current school that I teach at. I had some parents go to the board against me because they didn't like the direction the program was going. We're in a 3-year period. We went from 6 wins to 14 wins to 19 wins, but they were still unhappy. Our AD, I think, because I sat in on a lot of these meetings with these people just like this, and our AD did a very good job of letting them speak their mind, letting me say my piece, trying to find a common ground that we could come to. And, at the end of the day, you have to remember that the interest of the kids is the most important thing. What's best for the kids? Are you going to have upset parents? Absolutely. Our coach is always going to be held under a microscope. Absolutely. But at the end of the day, the AD and the coaches and the CPs are all going to have to realize that the most important thing is that of the kids.